What is up, you guys? This is Nastya Shutka and we are back today with a video that is going to be slightly different actually. So usually I make something, but today is actually going to be a little bit of an unboxing because I do want to try something new and I've had my mind on it for a while, but I finally sort of took the leap and actually bought what I needed to buy for this to kind of start happening, or kind of start seeing if this is something I actually want to do. Now, a little bit change for background, I am sitting in the corner because this is the only space that is large enough to fit this massive box of stuff that I will be unboxing for you guys today. I'm actually going to probably have to show you how big it is because it's actually humongous. But before we get there, I know you haven't seen anything yet, but I would really appreciate it if you guys liked the video, left a comment, clicked the notification bell and subscribed and shared it with your friends and family. Because, you know, let's grow this slightly bigger than what it is. But with that said, let's get to it. So what is all this stuff, you're wondering? Well, it's actually a bunch of tattoo supplies. That's the new thing I want to try. Okay, I am a bit of a tattoo enthusiast myself. Have quite a few here and there everywhere. But I've been thinking that, well, why not have a go? I know it was a bit of a thing to do during COVID. Everyone was buying their own machines to try to get started and stuff like that. But, well, I do actually kind of want to take this seriously. I want to see if I can actually do this as a profession. It'll be quite fun. And well, everyone in my life has already told me, why haven't I done this earlier? So let's just start off with that. There's going to be a bunch of practice. It's going to be a bunch of seeing how I roll with it. But yeah, I'm gonna just take it in its stride, you know? And with that comes this unboxing because, of course, when I start something new, I can't just start off simply. I need to get everything under the sun to do it correctly. And with that, let's actually get to unboxing the first thing. And the first thing is probably the most important thing, which is the actual tattoo machine. That's not the tattoo machine. Now, I did do quite a lot of research to see what machine I actually wanted to go for from the start. And, well, obviously I don't want to break my wallet. I don't want to kind of go crazy over budget when I'm just starting off with something really fresh like this. Also, in my personal experience with recent tattoos that I've had, I've seen a lot of people use wireless machines, which is just very sort of beginner friendly. It's perfect for newbies and also for traveling. So if I do want to take the machine to practice or anything like that whilst I'm away, I have that opportunity to do so. And so I did end up actually going for the Mast from Dragon Hawk. Okay, so I actually did forget what model I got, so I'm gonna check that. And I actually got the Mast Archer wireless tattoo machine bundle, and I got it in red. Altogether, that machine with the whole sort of bundle was £167.20. This is the lovely box. Nice and sort of smooth and bougie. I'm doing an unboxing. I should probably actually show you me unboxing it. There is our lovely machine, along with, well, I don't even know what that is. Oh, a little information leaflet about what each section is on the actual machine. With the bundle, what actually came was some grip tape and some needles already. It's actually quite a tiny grip tape. They didn't give that much, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. So now, unless I'm just silly and I don't know how much grip tape comes in a set, but doesn't feel like a lot of grip tape. But again, it's a starter bundle, like I'm not gonna shit on them. It was already quite a cheap machine. Cheap, but very highly rated. So I did go for a very nice sort of medium ground. You can get machines for cheaper, but I just kind of wanted a machine that was still good so that even when I get out of that beginner phase and I do end up tattooing on actual people, I didn't have a crap machine that I thought I would need to upgrade already. And then I have some actual needle sets that have come with it as well. Now in here they do have a lot of different sizes. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm awful at unboxing stuff. I'm known to tear and just wreck ooh, am I just stupid? Oh, it slides out. Okay, that was really embarrassing. Anyway, so as you can see, they just have a bunch of sterile needles, stuff like that, nicely packaged individually with all the information on the back about what needle type you are going to be using. I'm definitely going to have to do so much research when I go into doing this, but I just thought I would get a set that has the most sort of variety for me to choose from to see what I would be using in my actual style, and also to practice all the other styles. So that is my machine with its little bundle pack. And also because I did get a discount, I thought to myself, you know what? I was already expecting to spend this much money, so I'm going to spend a little bit more so that I spend the amount expected, right? And I just went for an ink set from the same company, from Dragonhawk. I did go for, I think, natural organic pigments, just because why not? So the color set in here is probably not the best way to open it, but that's how we went for it. We have white, black, red, yellow, purple, green, and blue. Now, I have actually done a bit of tattooing before. I've done some stick and pokes myself, and I did just buy all my supplies off of Etsy. You know, it's quite easy to get started. How different really a machine is to stick and poke, which obviously I know is very different, but it's just will be nice to see what the sort of techniques are and how they differ. Because I did get advice from a stick and poker before, which I had like worked with sort of really briefly. And she said a few things that I was like, oh, that's so interesting, you know, about angles and how to get ink in. But I think with the machine, it will probably be quite different in how you approach that. And with my Dragonhawk order, I did get a couple of cute stickers. So that's always a plus. We do love a couple of freebies in our orders. Now, for the actual supply set, of nothing to do with the machine or inks, just actual stuff for hygiene and aftercare, and this is what this big ass box is for. So let's go through that. I did want to invest in some fake skin to sort of test on. Now, I know that when you're starting out, you can actually use fruit skin to do so, like bananas and oranges, and I will be doing that. Now, depending on sort of your budget, the skin sort of varies in cost so much. Some of them are so expensive, and obviously I understand that's quality and they are some of the best fake skins on the market, but I also really just don't want to dish out that much money straight away. Again, I want to practice, I want to see how it goes, if I even like it. And then I also really didn't want to go for like a really crap and cheap set of fake skin from, you know, Amazon. Now, I've read some reviews on that and they did say that the quality was awful. So I really didn't want my experience with tattooing to be bad on the second skin, so that when I do actually move on to real skin, that my technique is completely off, my pressure is off, everything is off. I want it to be as sort of realistic as possible to get that good practice in before I butcher someone's arm on my own. I did go for real skin, but that is REEL, and well, they actually sell through Amazon and other suppliers. Through Amazon, they do have their regular sheets, but I did see on Amazon that they did have a pack of 1 kilo of their offcuts. I don't really care to have a clean sheet or like a really nicely cut sheet. I don't really care if I'm practicing. I just need scrap, and it's actually quite nice to have a varied amount of pieces, and actually they give you a really good value for money. So this entire pack, 1 kilogram worth of fake skin, was about £45 on Amazon, but I did get a discount again. I also do love being able to use offcuts, because at the end of the day, those offcuts do just get thrown away if they aren't bought, so I'd rather be helping minimizing waste, and it hurts the wallet less, so that's always a good thing. Because also I actually need to clock what kind of designs I want to do. I've bought all these things, but I'm a little bit lost in the style, but that's why we practice, to see what we like and what actually sticks with us. The next thing will actually be hygiene supplies. Actually, I got them all from Killer Ink. It's the Black Friday season, so they had some really good sales, and look, a bargain is a bargain. That's why I kind of went ham on buying what I needed to buy. The first thing that I got was actually the transfer sheets. On their website, they had a lot of different options, literally the same size, literally the same price. Again, I'm starting off. I really don't know what I prefer. I will probably try all the different companies just to see what works for me. But with this company, it looked nice, it looked bougie, okay? They weren't even on sale, so I just thought to myself, might as well try them. I don't have a thermal machine to print the stencils out with the carbon, but I'm just gonna, you know, do some tracing and some designs like this before I actually invest in a heat printer. Don't actually know how to open this. Where is the rip? They gave me like a rip section with no starting area to rip on, so that's fun. Okay. That was a fail. What is going on? Wait, let's go. Shit. Okay, this is what I mean. I'm terrible at unboxing. I really am not like aesthetic queen energy. I just tear that shit energy. But that's what it looks like, okay? It's just paper. I will obviously, when I make my video where I'm actually trying this out for the first time, will open it up and show it in better, greater detail. But for now, I'm just gonna keep it in to keep it safe. That pack was $29.99 for the pack of 100. And again, most of the transfer papers were about that cost. The next thing that I got are paper ink cups. Paper, probably you're thinking, is not the best idea. But the tattoo industry is quite heavy on single-use plastics, and I know that's part of it to keep it hygienic. Like, I'm not blaming anyone for that, but if I can avoid using some plastic and contributing to that waste, I will try my best. So I have gone for the paper cups. Now, with the paper cups, I have read some reviews. I didn't just kind of blindly go for it, and well, a lot of people say that they hold up pretty well. So if they work decently, I will be using them, especially because I don't think that my style is going to be like crazy massive. So I think I'll be fine with some paper cups. Now, I'm not going to grab them to show you just because I do want to keep this sort of sterile, and so I'm just going to show you like that. Those are the little cups, and again, this is just Killer Ink's own brand. I'm sure, again, you can just buy regular plastic ones. They are actually cheaper because most stuff that is friendly for the environment always costs a little bit more. The ink cups are £7.50 for the pack of 200 medium sized, and I do think that the sizing doesn't matter. I think the small, medium or large are all the same prices, but you can double check that on their website. The next thing that I got is a set of gloves, just a regular nitrile, powder free, I'm not fussed on colors, I just got black. Now that's just a set of gloves. Again, I'm not going to open them. You've seen gloves before, I'm sure. This is a pack of razors. This is from Uni Gloves. They're stainless steel razors. They have a section where they just open up nicely like that. They're single use only, you chuck them away. And this is a pack of, that's 100 razors. And the razors were £11.95 for the set of 100. The next things that I got, I have seen quite a few videos of tattoo artists talking about a comfortable setup and station setup, and I will say I do really like every time I see them have one of these bottles. They look super easy to use, don't really have to touch anything, you don't have to unscrew anything. I bought two different sizes. This is 250 mils and this is 500 mils. I just thought that that would be better. If I want the same size one, I'll just buy another one. But I do think these are just really useful to have for the green soap and for any sort of disinfectants or anything like that, just because it makes life a lot easier without having to open stuff and really touch it, when I just can grab it and squeeze it on. I don't think the price actually differed for the size. Again, the rinse bottles were £3.95 each. I'm a sucker for buying stuff in bulk, and I could have bought a smaller one. I'm gonna be real. I didn't realize how big this was gonna be, but in my mind, I just go for cost per unit, right? I have 3.78 litres of green soap. I just thought it was a better bang for my buck, right? To have this much soap. You can't even use it for as shampoo, so amazing. If I ever run out, I have some to use. And with that said, the gallon was £21. Which I really don't think was bad. So I actually did end up buying more grip tape. Okay, this is Killer Ink's own brand. 12 rolls in here. And the rolls are 50 millimeters by 4.5 meters. Now, I'm actually going to open this up because I want to compare what Dragonhawk's grip tape size was to this one. Okay, like actually, they are quite similar. Killer Ink definitely gives much more. Just going to show you that as well. There you go. The grip tape, so a pack of 12 was £13.08. You let me know if you're a professional out there and you know the prices of things. Let me know if I got not ripped off, but if I could have paid less maybe for something, and let me know where. That would be quite good to know as well. Now the next thing, I don't know how often I will be using them, but I think they are really useful to have anyway. I went for some skin safe pens to use. Now, you know, if a stencil ever messes up or something, or you just need to add something here or there, these are really useful. I've had them used on me before. Buy from Killer Ink. It's their own brand. I think there are 10 pens in here. They don't have a casing or anything. They're literally just the cartridge if you've never seen. And the price for those, £6.95 for the pack of 10. The next thing that I got were rinse cups. I think I went for the medium size rinse cup. So they're 100% biodegradable rinse cups. It's a pack of 100 and they were £4.20. I got the 120 milliliter cups. I personally do love Second Skin. Second Skin for me is just the superior format. I have used Sanoderm in the past, but there are so many companies now that are doing it. But I did just go for Hornet Film protection. There's not really a reason for me picking this one in particular. I have had ones that feel more skin-like, but they peel up a lot easier. And I'm sure there are companies that maybe have a nice middle ground between having skin feel and then not peeling up. And I just thought, let me try out the different products and see what I prefer. If I do end up preferring this brand, I will stick to it. If I try another brand and I like them more, I will go to them. But they do have really cute bee designs on the front, which was also, not gonna lie, a selling point, because come on, how can you not like a bee design? Funnily enough, I didn't realize, but it comes with a little cutter. This one was actually on sale already outside of the Black Friday sale, and I had paid £23.51, and it's 15 centimeters by 10 meters. So these are Killer Ink's own brand, again, bottle bags. Now the bottle bags do just go over this to sort of cover the whole thing so that you don't have to cling film it, and they are nice and sanitary. So no, they are just regular plastic ones. So I might look in the future to see if I can find ones that aren't plastic, again, to just minimize that sort of waste. But the bags, 250 of them, were £8.95. But the next thing I did get was petroleum jelly. Now again, this is Killer Ink's own brand. This is 500 milliliters worth. The bigger tub, the better, because you end up using petroleum jelly for the skin when you're tattooing. You end up using it to stick down your little ink caps anyway. It cost £6.97, which again, I think is quite a good bargain, especially when you look at Vaseline bottles. The next thing I have got are tongue suppressors. These are not for the actual tattooing process. These are for the setups when you are scooping up jelly so you don't put your finger in it. And this pack was £1.96 for 100, which is super cheap. Now the next thing that I got for stencil application is some Electrum Premium, apparently. So this is stencil primer. This is what you just pop onto your skin before you put the stencil on so that it sort of adheres and sticks down. Now again, I did do a bit of research on this, and Electrum actually does have a different one, which is the gold standard, and it is a different based product. So this product is, I think, gel based, whilst the other one is actually lotion based. It really just depends on preference what you want. I think I just went for the jelly one. People say that this goes a long way. You literally only need a little bit and it lasts for ages. And again, if I can use something that lasts a lot longer, I will. Now I paid £23.99. I'm trying to think why I got these. So these are lap cloths. I think the reason I got these was because I saw people put them onto their workspace. So after they cling film their desk, they put a little cloth on top. I do think this is what this is. So this is a pack of 500 lap cloths. Why would they write 10 by 50 pieces? Why wouldn't they just write 500? They want me to do maths while I'm reading the box. And they were £27.59. So altogether I paid £171.18 for everything you have seen, apart from the tattoo machine, the ink, needle pack, and the fake skin. Those were all bought separately. Everything for the sanitary things were £171.18, but without the discount, without the Black Friday discount, it would have been £208.12. Okay, which is still probably, for all of that, really not that bad. Yep. This is all that I have bought to start off my tattooing journey. Now, it is a lot, but I feel like tattooing does require a lot of equipment and a lot of supplies, and we will see how this goes. I will be sort of keeping a little diary of how this sort of journey goes, just for myself even, and just to have you guys come on the way with me. This is a new thing that I'm going to try and do and have some practice with, so wish me luck to see how it rolls. But with all of that said, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was a little bit different. I will be back with a review of the machine, and I know I don't have any professional input to give you, but from a beginner to maybe a couple new beginners as well, I think it's always fun to see the opinion of a complete novice alongside some professionals, because professionals have their own opinions, obviously, because they've been in the game, but it's also nice to sort of know how it feels like for a person starting out. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you can, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I drop a video or anything. You can find me on my socials at Shutka Art, and I also do have a website as well where I sell some smaller goodies and things like that. But do share this video with your friends and family. But with that said, bye guys, thank you so much.